Hello students, in this session we will discuss about the transient stability, or you can just get a general idea about the transient stability. Here, so before starting the discussion of transient stability, let us understand again what is power system stability. So I will repeat again the definition of power system stability. Okay. Power system stability is the ability of the system to remain stable or normal operating condition after being subjected to any disturbance. Clear? So, yes, we will see the definition of all the different types of stability in classification of power system stability. Here, after completion of the small signal stability analysis, we will start from this transient stability analysis. Again, in this section, we will discuss the introduction to transient stability, then transient stability analysis, then different cases of transient stability, or yes, before that the analysis of transient stability using equal area criteria and example based on the transient stability analysis. Clear? So let us start with the introductory section for the transient stability analysis. So the definition of transient stability is the ability, it is the same definition as we have studied for the power system stability. Only the few words are changed in this definition. So let us understand the transient stability is the ability of power system is the ability of power system to remain or maintain the synchronism, to remain, or we can say maintain the synchronism. When it is subjected to a severe transient disturbance. Severe transient disturbance means heavy or large disturbance. You can say large disturbance. So the transient stability can be defined as the ability of power system to maintain the synchronism or to remain in a normal or stable operating condition after being subjected to severe transient disturbance, or we can say a large disturbance. Clear? So yes, the study period for the transient stability is several seconds, up to few cycle to several seconds. Clear? And let us discuss the factors affecting the transient stability. Factors affecting the transient stability. One by one we will discuss, starting with the first one, which is how heavily the generator is loaded. How heavily the generator is loaded. So it depends on the loading capacity of the generator. If the generator is fully loaded or deliver power at maximum capacity, at its maximum or rated capacity, then it is known as the generator is heavily loaded. Clear? Or up to its spinning reserve capacity, then the generator is heavily loaded, and at that time if the transient stability is occur into the system, then there is a chances of loss of synchronism of that particular generator. Clear? So if the generator is heavily loaded, then the effect of transient stability or for the with the condition of transient stability, for the chances of loss of synchronism is high. Clear? The second one is generator output during fault. Generator output during fault. Okay, generator output during fault. So this will depends upon the location of fault. Location of fault, and it also depends on the types of fault. Types of fault. Okay, so the generator output during fault, that we will see the also the case of fault at middle of the transmission line or fault at any end of the transmission line, and during that discussion of case we will easily understand how the effect of location of fault on transient stability. Clear? So the location of fault, that means near to the generator terminal or far end at the transmission or load end side, that will also affect on the transient stability. Even the types of fault also affect the transient stability. Clear? Whether it may be a line to ground fault, triple line to ground fault, any kind of fault is also affect the generator output during the fault, and will be effect on, or it will be leads to this generator to the loss of synchronism with the condition of the transient stability. Clear? The third one is fault clearing time. Fault clearing time. So is also, yes, we will calculate the example based on the fault clearing time, that will give us an idea that how the time factor is important for the clearance of fault. And as we know very well, if the fault is clear as early as possible, the loss of synchronism is reduced. But yes, it is also true that for the transient fault or for the smaller for very few seconds or a fraction of second of types of fault, your machine or protective scheme cannot be disconnect the generator from the system. Clear? So the fault clearing time will plays a major role for the case of transient stability analysis. As the time is increased, fault clearing time is increased, the chances of loss of synchronism is decreased. That means at the condition of transient, if you clear the fault as soon as possible, then there is a less chance of loss of synchronism. Clear? And yes, we will calculate the example based on that. That will clear the calculation of or the effect of time on transient stability, effect of fault clearing time on transient stability. Clear? Next, the fourth one is post fault transmission system reactance. Post fault transmission system reactance. That means after the fault clearance, the total transmission line reactance is also affect on the transient stability analysis. Just write down this equation that will help you to understand EV by X sine delta. Clear? So if the reactance is decreased, that power transfer is increased. or total reactance, that means the reactance of the machine and transmission line. So this will lead effect, this is how the effect of transmission line or post fault transmission line reactance on transient stability. Clear? The fifth one is generator reactance. Generator reactance, yes, same effect as a transmission reactance. If the generator reactance is increased, the power transfer is decreased. Clear? Also, yes, a lower value of reactance increase the peak power, peak in power. Clear? If the reactance of this generator is reduced, then the power transfer or power generated by the generator is, or power delivered by the generator is increased. So the peak power is increased. And yes, one more thing, just you can compare, if you can write Px is equal to EV sin delta, then if this x is reduced, the delta also reduced. So we can say that the reduced initial rotor angle. So for the case of generator reactance, you can say that if the reactance is reduced, if the x is reduced, then the peak power is increased, but the same time the delta will reduce, initial angle is reduced. Clear? Then the next one is generator inertia. Generator inertia. Okay, so higher value of inertia, yes, we have calculated the example, effect of H on the settling time or power angle delta, omega n, omega d, and also on the settling time. So yes, based on that conclusion, you can understand the effect of generator inertia for the transient stability analysis. Clear? Next, the seventh one is generator internal voltage. Generator internal voltage, or we can say generator EMF, E, or for transient condition we can consider it as E dash. So the generator internal voltage or generator EMF, E, which is depends on the excitation system. Depends on the excitation system. If the excitation system is increased, then the generator terminal voltage is, generated EMF is increased, and based on that you can increase the generator terminal voltage V. But look at over here, the effect of E on power transfer from this equation. If the E is increased, the power transfer is increase, or if it is the decrease, same way the power transfer by the generator is decreased. So this also effect on this transient stability analysis. Clear? From this equation. Clear? Next, the final one is, the last one is infinite bus voltage magnitude. Infinite bus voltage magnitude, which is V. Clear? So yes, from this, again from this equation, yes, for the all these 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 factors, you just need to remember this equation, which is P equal to EV by X sin delta. Clear? If this infinite bus voltage is reduced, then the power transfer is reduced, as the from this power transfer equation both are directly proportional. Clear? So yes, but let me remind you again, what is infinite bus? It is the constant in voltage, magnitude and frequency within acceptable limit, then it is known as an infinite bus. Clear? I hope you have clear up to this all the 8 parameters. Let us recall one by one again. The transient stability, so it is the ability of power system to maintain the synchronism after being subjected to any severe or large disturbance. Clear? The next is factors affecting the transient stability. The first one is how heavily the generator is loaded, that means the loading of generator. Second one is output during the fault, that is depends on the location of fault, that is depends on the location of fault and types of fault. Next one is fault clearing time. Clear? As it is improved or increased, the chances of loss of synchronism is decreased. Clear? Post fault transmission system reactance, that means after fault clearance the total transmission system reactance, if it is the decrease, then the power transfer is increased. Clear? Then generator reactance. Here same way from this equation, if the x is decreased, the power transfer is increased and the angle delta is decreased. Clear? Next, generator inertia. Just recall the conclusion, the effect of H on omega and omega d and settling time and angle delta. Clear? And the generator in internal voltage, or we can say generated EMF. Okay, so from this equation again is directly proportional to P. Then if it is increase or decrease, it directly affect the power delivered by the generator, and same way for the infinite bus voltage magnitude. Clear? I hope you have clear up to this. In next session we will see the theory for the understanding of transient stability analysis, and which is known as equal area criteria. Clear?